southwest of Flagtown.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, are we all ready? Okay, if you guys would please, I'll call this meeting to order. If you will all then please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Nice time to reflect on our day and how our country's doing, and just to ask things to go good for us tonight. Heather, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Cleve Lars.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Scott Brooks.
Here.
Trustee Jordan Porter.
Here.
Trustee Betsy Harrison.
Here.
Trustee James Bryan. Trustee Cindy Simpson.
Here.
Trustee Ed Howell.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum, so we will continue on. Next on the agenda is the approval of the agenda, and I would entertain a motion.
I can make a motion to approve the agenda. Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Fred Brooks and a second by Trustee Brett McWhirter to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sound. Okay, motion carries. Next is the approval of the minutes of the March 24th, 2021 meeting, and I would entertain a motion.
I move we approve the minutes as presented by staff.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Trustee Cindy Simpson and a second by Trustee Ed Hallam to approve the minutes of March 24th, 2021 as presented by staff. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sound. Motion carries. Next is audience business, and we don't have anybody signed up for audience business. Is there anybody that came in late and wants to sign up? Okay. Moving right along, then we'll have announcements. Heather.
Justin has an announcement for you guys tonight.
So a while ago, the Marshal's Office applied for a purchasing grant through Anadola. We got 40 doses of Narcan for the nasal Narcan for the Marshal's Office, and it's state funded purchasing. Didn't cost us anything for that. Shelf life on it's 2.5 years. So
What is that? I couldn't.
That much.
What is it?
Opiate.
Narcan, nasal Narcan.
Okay.
For overdose versus the
Opiate
okay.
overdose.
Okay.
Congratulations. Anybody else? I want to thank the town for letting us have the Easter egg hunt last Saturday. We had about 300-400 kids and 4,000 Easter eggs and $75 and 120 stuffed animals and lots of laughs and giggles and smiles, and it was great. Weather was beautiful.
Only a few screaming kids.
Only a few screaming kids. But it was a great turnout, and thank you to the town for letting us do that, and it worked out great. Next is the Arbor Day proclamation. And just try to find that here so I can read it. Celebrate Arbor Day. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our town increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now therefore I, Queenie Bars, Mayor of the Town of Mancos, Colorado, do hereby proclaim Friday, April 30th, 2021 as Arbor Day in the town of Mancos, Colorado, and I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And further, I urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Dated this 14th day of April, 2021, Mayor Queenie Bars. Okay, moving right along, then we have the March bills and claims. Anybody have any questions? Questions? I would entertain a motion.
I move we approve the bills and claims as presented by staff.
Second. Okay, we have a motion by trustee Cindy Simpson and a second by trustee Betsy Harrison to approve the March bills and claims as presented by staff. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sound. The motion carries. Next is the committee reports, the Region 9.
Janice isn't here, so no report this week.
Okay, and next is CDOT.
I didn't make it to the CDOT meeting.
Okay, so then we will move right along to action and discussion items. First one is the Mancos Liquor LLC liquor license renewal. Heather?
Yes, this is their annual renewal. They haven't actually had any violations from the state in the last 12 months, but our marshal's office has asked that they attend some training, like test training regarding over-serving and that kind of thing. So Donna has reached out to the city of Cortez, so we'll coordinate some training this year, and we will ask all of our liquor license holders to send their managers and their staff to the training. And we'll reach out to Mancos Liquor when that happens and let them know.
Nice.
But no objection to the renewal at this time.
When you say over-serving, they don't serve alcohol there.
No, but if somebody, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I was gonna say, go ahead.
So, if there's a known drunkard in the community and you continue to serve them, that's also a form of over-serving. And if somebody comes into the liquor store that's visibly intoxicated, that's over-serving as well. And that's all state violations against the liquor license.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. Appreciate that. Anybody else have any questions?
Go to the liquor store before you get drunk.
That's right. And buy plenty.
Right.
Plan ahead.
I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the renewal of the 2021 Mancos Liquor LLC liquor license and authorize the town clerk to send the application to the Department of Revenue.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Ed Hallam and a second by trustee Betsy Harrison to approve the renewal of the 2021 Mancos Liquor LLC liquor license and authorize the town clerk to send the application to the Department of Revenue. Heather, would you call the vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Fred Brooks.
Aye.
Trustee Betsy Harrison.
Aye.
Trustee Brett McWhorter.
Aye.
Trustee Cindy Simpson.
Aye.
Trustee Ed Halton.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Next on the agenda is the Cultured Family LLC retail and cultivation marijuana license renewal. Heather?
Yes, last meeting, I believe it was, we approved the transfer of ownership from the Bud Farm to Cultured Family, and now it's time to renew their license. So.
That didn't happen at the same time?
No, they wanted to come back again.
Yeah, they liked us so much.
We do have members of the business here, in case you have any questions. There have been no violations in the last 12 months, or the last 2 weeks. So we have
More
no
important.
objections to the renewal.
Okay, does anybody have any questions?
No.
Yeah, I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the renewal of the retail and cultivation marijuana business permit for the Cultured Family LLC, conditional upon receiving the renewal license from the state of Colorado and authorize the town clerk treasurer to send a copy to the state.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Ed Hallam and a second by trustee Betsy Harrison to approve the renewal of the retail and cultivation marijuana business permit for the Cultured Family LLC, conditional upon receiving the renewal license from the state of Colorado, and authorize the town clerk treasurer to send approval to the state. Heather, would you call the vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Fred Brooks.
Aye.
Trustee Ed Helm.
Aye.
Trustee Cindy Simpson.
Aye.
Trustee Betsy Harrison.
Aye.
Trustee Brendan Porter.
Aye.
And motion carries.
And we'll send that out tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll send that to the state tomorrow.
Okay. Next on the agenda is the appointment of Donna Murphy as our town clerk treasurer. Heather.
So we talked during my performance evaluation about appointing a clerk treasurer by October 2021 of this year. I am asking and recommending that we appoint Donna. She started here in 2019. She's done an amazing job. She has also assumed additional duties since then. She manages all of our facilities, the community center, that kind of thing. Business licenses, she handles that. She has completely taken over payroll. She has learned and has taken over bank recs. She, even during COVID, attended the first year of the Municipal Clerks Institute, and she worked with the county at their election in November. None of that scared her away.
What's wrong with you?
And
Glutton for punishment.
she's done an amazing job. So I am recommending that we appoint her as clerk treasurer effective April 20th. And then I will continue to work with her. We'll concentrate on clerks training. We'll continue concentrating on that this year. And then next year we'll dive into more of the finance side of it for the treasurer side of it. But we hired her because she was extremely professional, and she said something in the interview that Terry and I were both like, we need to grab her. And that was one of the things she said was she likes to spread the happy. And it's just been very nice working with her over these last couple of years. And she's just kind of folded right into it. So she's more than qualified for the position.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions?
Questions, anybody? And I would make a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Donna Murphy as town clerk treasurer effective April 20th, 2021.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Fred Brooks and a second by Trustee Brent McWhirter to appoint Donna Murphy as the town clerk treasurer effective April 20th, 2021. Heather, would you call the vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Fred Brooks.
Aye.
Trustee Betsy Harrison.
Aye.
Trustee Cindy Simpson.
Aye.
Trustee Ed Helm.
Aye.
Aye.
I just want you to look sad for a second. You want to spread the happiness, I want you to look sad for a little second.
Scare away.
Yeah.
No, she gave me the little, oh no.
So before we do that, we need to swear her in. So Ms.
Swear at
Donna,
her.
you want to
Yeah.
come to the front, Ms. Donna?
This is your last chance to run.
Yep. Nope, doors are locked.
So we'll say aye. You say you.
I state my name.
This is the oath of office, the state of Colorado, county of Montezuma, town of Mancos. I, Donna Murphy, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and the state of Colorado
and the state of Colorado
and the ordinances of the town of Mancos.
and the ordinances of the town of Mancos,
And that I will faithfully perform
and that I will faithfully perform
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of town clerk treasurer
of town clerk treasurer
upon which I have been appointed.
upon which I have been appointed.
Congratulations.
Go, girl, go.
Yes. Darryl, you want to come up?
Didn't know you were gonna get in the public eye, did you?
Surprise!
You can take the mask off.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next is the appointments to the Planning Commission.
Yes, Harry D. Lewis, Kathy Seibert, and Carol Stout, their terms are up in April of 2021. They have all expressed an interest in running again. So I'm asking you to reappoint them to the Planning Commission for another, I believe it's 2 years. And if you do that tonight, then at the next meeting, they will reselect a chair and a vice chair.
Okay, does anybody have any comments or questions? We have 2 of them here, so you can talk to them. You guys sure you want to do this again?
I questioned it for a while. I'm good.
I've been attending the county P&Z meetings, and I questioned that for sure.
We have it easy.
So do you feel like you have a well-functioning P&Z?
We have one of the best P&Zs we've had in years.
Awesome.
We have a full board. We have alternates. It's wonderful. It really is. Everybody
Excellent.
reads the packets, they show up prepared. Lately, we haven't had a lot of things coming before us, but I do anticipate things heating up as we kind of move past COVID.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I would entertain a motion.
I move we reappoint Perry D. Lewis, Peter Brindamore, Catherine Siebert, and Carol Stout to the Planning Commission.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Cindy Simpson and a second by trustee Ed Hallam to reappoint Perry D. Lewis, Peter Brindamore, Catherine Seibert, and Carol Stout to the Planning Commission. Heather, would you call the vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Fred Brooks.
Aye.
Trustee Betsy Harrison.
Aye.
Trustee Brittany Porter.
Aye.
Trustee Cindy Simpson.
Aye.
Trustee Ed Hallam.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're sorry.
Yeah, she's been waiting to throw it on you now that you're
Yeah.
back on.
Yeah, now we can't leave for 2 more years.
Right, exactly.
You are committed.
We are.
I'll say you survived code update.
The easy part's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Okay, next on the agenda is ordinance 762, series 2021, drinking water revolving fund loan for water treatment plant.
Yes. So, in your board packet was a draft ordinance. I was out of the office last week and bond council was supposed to send me the ordinance by Wednesday, so I could get the packet out to you on Friday. I did not receive it, so I sent our draft with this packet. Last night, she sent me a bond ordinance and advised me that she decided to rewrite it. So I have a new ordinance out there for you guys. On this particular item, and David, if you have any questions, I don't have a lot of heartburn. Bond council has the final say on the ordinance and the state. So Austin at the state has already gotten back to us. Only things that he changed in here is he added my title, he added Queen's title. There was a question about was it 2019 or 2020. That was the only changes he had. So the ordinance that you have in front of you is the one that we'll be asking you to approve. And this is to finalize and close on the $1.5 million loan for the water plant project. It is a low interest, 1.5% loan to the state because we are a recipient community. So once we close on this, all of our funding will be in place. We've already selected a contractor and executed a construction contract for the first phase, which are the plant updates itself. And then once we close on this, we're gonna break ground on that project. So I don't necessarily like bringing things to you that you haven't had a chance to read. On this particular item, it's a little out of our control between the bond council and the state. But what this does do is it obligates us for the $1.5 million loan, 1.5% interest over 4 years. So,
Okay, I do have a question.
yes,
You said he added my title and your title, but he's got in here with the town clerk, are hereby approved, and the mayor and town clerk. So is that gonna be, that's going to be Donna then? This is
No,
gonna be the town
it's-
administrator.
it's-
'Cause it says town clerk.
she will execute, she's not town clerk until April 20th.
Okay.
So we won't ask her to.
Yeah, first thing you gotta do is
Way
sign
to
us up
spend
for
a
$1.5
little
million.
$1 million with your first
Project
action.
up before we throw her to the wolves. So anyway, yeah, so I'll finish this project up, before we ask Donna to execute. But for future reference, the mayor executes and the town clerk just attaches the mayor's signature. So it wouldn't obligate her anyway.
Dang
Yeah.
I just wanted to, not throw her under the bus
Absolutely.
right off the bat.
Wait till day 2.
Yes.
Fred?
Page 7, what makes this an emergency measure, and does that affect the loan at all?
No, what makes this an emergency is that we have all of our grant funding in place, we have the contractor under contract. So technically an ordinance is not in effect until 30 days after it's published. Not even after you approve it, but after it's published. We need to execute this loan sooner than that. So this ordinance, by making it an emergency, it makes the ordinance effective when you vote on it.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Well, I have several, because, me. One, since we saw the draft, is there anything substantive that changed that we need to be alerted to?
No.
Okay,
The loan amount, the loan terms, the interest rate, the length, all of that stays the same.
Okay.
Our pledge, all of that stays the same.
okay,
The
So-
loan is still parity,
okay.
nothing.
So, working from the back of the packet forward, we see Exhibit B, Notice of Meeting, Exhibit A, Affidavit, and then we have a Town Clerk signature page, and then we have Certificate of Town Clerk. County of Delta is not where the Town of Mancos is. And so in the filing in the upper left on that page, it says State of Colorado, County of Delta, Town of Mancos. So, anywhere that, I'm sure it's a copy paste error on the bond attorney's part, but, so I would maybe do, if you have this electronic, I would maybe do a search and correct.
Anybody else have any questions? Are you seeing where she said that? Right. Okay.
I have a couple of questions.
Okay, Ed?
When we last spoke and we talked about the granting that we received, and is this $1.2 million for phase 1 only?
It's 1.5 million.
1.5, okay.
And no, it's for the entire project.
It
So phase
carries
1
over past the initial stage, which we pretty much had through granting and through that taken care of. This takes us up into the second and third phase, correct? Okay, okay.
Second phase, it takes us to
Second
the
phase.
second phase, which is the water tank.
The water tanks.
The third phase is fiber, and I cannot fund that out of water.
Out of water,
Sure.
right, no, understand. Yeah, but it takes us into
It
that.
takes us through the whole project.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because I was thinking, what, I thought we were, we are in good shape. This is just something that needs to be done to make the package whole.
Correct, and we actually don't anticipate using the entire 1.5 million. We're actually on budget for phase 1, and so, I hate to say that, but we only anticipate using $1 million. And there are no penalties, we just don't drop down. We have to pay payments and interest on what we borrow. However, based on other projects that we've had in the past, sorry,
Gunshot.
Make sure that we have money to.
Make sure we're covered.
Yeah, we want to make sure we have the money available if we need it, in case something comes up.
That's it. Do you have any questions?
Joel has a question.
Well, I was just gonna state that the county's getting the American Recovery Act money and stuff. And we have talked about trying to get you guys $100,000 to go towards your water project. So, or towards your fiber in the end, or what we
That
can
would
use
be
it for
awesome.
water projects and fiber and stuff. So
David?
we're thinking that we can try to get you that.
That would be awesome.
David?
That'd be nice, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for considering that.
Exactly how we can spend it when we get it, because we're gonna have to do something with it, so.
Yeah.
That's in the.
Sorry, David.
Bye, Dave.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Stay there.
So did you just hear the county commissioner, Joel Stevenson, said that the county is getting their recovery money from COVID, and they're trying to figure out how they can give the town like $100,000 towards this water project, maybe towards our fiber project or something. They're working on that, so.
Great.
And that's awesome. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
And it would be nice if we could use that for the fiber portion of the
Oh,
project.
it would be awesome.
Because being at the water plant, not only does that serve the town, but it also has the capacity to serve the county, so that would be awesome.
Yeah.
If we can partner on that.
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be great, right? So Betsy, do you have any questions or comments, Brad?
No.
Okay, then I would entertain a motion.
I move we approve ordinance 762, series 2021, an ordinance approving a loan from Colorado Water Resources and Power Development Authority in the aggregate principal amount not to exceed $1,500,000, authorizing the forms and execution of the loan agreement and governmental agency bond to evidence such loan, authorizing the construction of a project, prescribing other details in connection therewith, and declaring an emergency.
Second.
I have a question.
Yes.
So that was how it was written in our staff report. It's different on the actual ordinance. Does that matter?
It shouldn't matter, no.
Okay,
Yeah, as you said.
all right.
It shouldn't matter.
So we don't have to read the whole
Because
thing.
we noticed it, and the ordinance got a little bit revised by bond council and the state. And so we've got to make them happy
Okay,
in order to get the loan to work.
okay. I just wanted to make sure we could approve an ordinance with not reading the whole intro thing.
Do you want to say?
I can just read the whole thing again.
Okay.
An ordinance authorizing a loan from the Colorado Water Resources and Power Development Authority in the maximum aggregate principal amount of $1,500,000 for the purpose of paying the cost of certain improvements to the municipal water system serving the inhabitants of the town, authorizing the form and execution of the loan agreement and a governmental agency bond to evidence such loan, delegating to certain authorized officers the authority to determine certain financial matters pertaining to the loan, authorizing the execution and delivery of the documents related thereto, prescribing other details in connection therewithin, and declaring an emergency.
Blah, blah, blah.
Good luck.
I'll second that motion if it wasn't already seconded.
Okay,
Good job.
I have a new motion made by trustee Brent McWhirter and seconded by trustee Ed Hallam for ordinance number 762, an ordinance authorizing a loan from the Colorado Water Resources and Power Development Authority in the maximum aggregate principal amount of $1,500,000 for the purpose of paying the cost of certain improvements to the municipal water system serving the inhabitants of the town, authorizing the form and execution of the loan agreement and a governmental agency bond to evidence such loan, delegating to certain authorized officers the authority to determine certain financial matters pertaining to the loan, authorizing the execution and delivery of documents relating thereto, prescribing other details in connection therewith, and declaring an emergency. Heather, would you please call the vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Fred Rose.
Aye.
Trustee Ed Howe.
Aye.
Trustee Brittany Wood.
Aye.
Trustee Cindy Simpson.
Aye.
Trustee Betsy Ayers.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. So moving right along, we have Resolution 4, Series 2020, to adopt the Montezuma County Hazard Mitigation Plan. Heather.
Yes, we have been working on this for a year. We last adopted this plan in 2016 when Paul Holler was our emergency manager for the county. Jim Spratlin is now the emergency manager for the county, and it's time to update the plan. It is 360 pages, so I did not include it in your board packet, but I did include a link to the plan for those of you who want to read it. And this will remain on our website. This packet will remain on our website, so anybody who's interested, you can go to our website and click the link. You can go to the county's website. But so it's just time again to re-update that plan as to what is a threat and how do we handle it. That's basically the plan in a nutshell. So.
Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I do have a question. Why there's the county, there's Cortez, Dolores, Mancos, and then there's the Cortez Fire Protection District. Why just them and not?
That's who participated in the planning process.
Okay.
Everybody's invited, but it's not mandatory.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It helps with disaster relief too for ICS. And please don't ask me to tell you what ICS stands for. I just forgot. But it's a cooperative. So.
And grant funding.
And in-kind share. If there's in-kind cost to pay your stuff. So Heather worked on it more than I did. So it doesn't really go into law enforcement so much.
We all have our roles, and we went into an emergency in Mancos. It is going to be Terry and Justin, myself, public works, law enforcement, administration, that kind of thing. So it outlines what are the threats to the town, and is it a high threat, medium threat, or low threat? Hail, wildfire, dam failure, flooding, and then there are other things like tornadoes and that. So it ranks the threats to the town. And high threats, how are you going to mitigate it? What are you going to do?
Any other questions? Anybody? I would entertain a motion.
I move we approve Resolution 4, Series 2021, a resolution adopting the Montezuma County Hazard Mitigation Plan.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Cindy Simpson and a second by trustee Brent McWhorter to adopt Resolution 4, Series 2021, a resolution adopting the Montezuma County Hazard Mitigation Plan. Heather, would you call the vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Fred Brooks.
Aye.
Trustee Betsy Harrison.
Aye.
Trustee Brent McWhorter.
Aye.
Trustee Cindy Simpson.
Aye.
Trustee Ed Hoffman.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, next is the 1 and 3 mile plan final draft adoption. Heather.
Can I ask if we can table this item until either the last meeting in April or the first meeting in May? David wants to do a little bit of research on the 1 mile plan. So if we can table this until then to give him some time to do some research and maybe bring some suggestions back to the board, that would be great. If everyone's okay with that.
Any objections?
Sure. No.
Okay. All right.
Whichever meeting works best for you all.
I might not be here for either the planning commission meeting or the next board meeting. I can call in, but I don't know if I'll be here or if I'll be in Denver. So I will know that by Friday when I get the planning commission packet out. If I will not be here, I'm going to try to keep a light agenda for you guys. I may ask Rachel to do some economic development discussions and stuff. If I am going to be here, we'll try to get this on back.
Okay. All right. Next on the agenda is items for the April 28th, 2021 agenda. So far, we have the Mancos School presentation. We have the first quarter 2021 work plan update. We have the first quarter 2021 financial update and a 2021 board retreat discussion. Does anybody have anything else? And then we're going to put the 1 and 3 mile. Anything else that might come up?
Mancos Schools will be here, but they are also working. I sent you guys an email rather late in the day today. April 28th at 6 p.m. They would like it if the board or representatives from the board could attend the ribbon cutting for the kiosk in Pioneer Plaza. The school, the Mancos Trails Group, work with some other organizations using funding that the town gave them for agency contributions to do some trail signage and directional signage. So they would like the board to attend that ribbon cutting if somebody is available.
April 28th?
April 28th at 6 p.m.
Why don't you, can you do it as a special meeting, so if more than 3 of us show up, we're covered?
Do you want me to
Just do it as a meeting, because otherwise, you know, if we,
Yeah.
if 3 of us show up, then we're in trouble, somebody has to leave,
We're
so.
gonna go there, so.
So I think if we just do it as a meeting, then all of us can show up if you want to.
And I will let Ed know that the board, in some form, will show up at 6 o'clock on April 28th at Pioneer Plaza. And then he will come here for your 7 o'clock meeting to do some presentations on some other stuff for you guys.
Great. All right.
And
Anything
you'll
else?
put that on our agenda, of course.
I will put that on your agenda, yes.
That'll help.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it on my calendar, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna get it.
Yes, I will put that on the agenda at the top.
All right. Anything else? David, do you have anything?
That's all I have. Work on the bond stuff. We got some upcoming, events coming up with the wastewater process there. Working out the litigation matters there and, arbitration and that is about it.
Okay. All right. Then I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right.
Second.
Meeting adjourned. Thanks, David.
Here's something interesting.